Hey everyone, Jessica here, and in this tutorial, we're going to do something a little bit different with my new Instapressionist brushes. So we are going to be taking this picture of a leopard print and turning it into a really cool, like fur-like background with some kind of a kind of pearl kind of trim or whatever. It's a little fantastic, it's a little crazy, but just to show you some cool things that you could do with the new Instapressionist brushes that might be different from what you're thinking about. So to start with, I've got my thing open, this image open that I found online, and I've checked the size. I've put it like about 1200 by 1200, which is a good size to work with, not too big. And then of course, if you have any questions about working with Instapressionist brushes, I've got a whole tutorial, but we'll just go through it really quickly here. What I'm going to do is go to edit, define pattern, and I have that as Command M as a keyboard shortcut. So I am defining this image as my background pattern, and that means that my Instapressionist brushes are going to kind of spit out this pattern. So what I'll do is create a new layer on top of that, and then I'm going to go over here to the left to my pattern stamp tool, and then make sure that I have that pattern selected, the background image, and that aligned and impressionist are checked. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to my brushes, and just to kind of lay something down, I'm just going to go to one of my fills. So I'll go to fill number 4 at the top. And on this new layer, I'm just going to paint on top of this. And I don't even need to sometimes I kind of hide the image and I like to, reveal it as I paint. But in this case, I'm just going to paint over it. And already we can see it becoming a bit artistic and impressionist. And so I'm just doing like up and down strokes, nothing too fancy here. Just because I kind of want to get my base down and kind of block out that image with the impressionist paint strokes. So we've got that. So now we'll create a new layer, and then down here in the aligned brushes there is some that are quite fur-like, so it's quite cool. So this is number 42, like 42, 43, 44, those are kind of furry, and I think will give you a good idea. And it's cool because like we're taking this image which doesn't really have any kind of fur looking thing, and just by using these impressionist brushes over it, we're giving it this total like fur look. So I'm just gonna go like this and paint over this, and already you can see like a fur thing happening, and it's really cool. So we're taking the background image and then we're making something like really kind of cool and different out of it. And you can like make different paths here, no kind of like rules, but just having a little fun here. And I might not show you all of this, but you get the idea. And the idea is to kind of like mix and match different brushes and have a little fun with it. So I've added some fur there. I'm going to add another layer and just kind of play with it a little bit. I'll get number 43 and see how this looks. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, this one it still has the fur effect, and you can see that the fibers in this brush are a bit longer. So it looks really cool. And it's just fun to kind of like show, create some movement and just have a little fun with these brushes and make something totally new. So, and on this tutorial I won't worry about getting everything perfect because you can play around with it and everything, but the idea is to show you kind of like an idea of what to do. So that was number 43, and then 44 I think might even have some, so I'm gonna play it like, oh yeah, that one is really cool. That one's like extra furry. So you can just kind of like have a little fun here, create some different swirls and movement in your design, but just whatever. Just combine different strokes, and it's always going to be different and your own. And I'm just going to duplicate my background layer here. And as you can see, it looks something quite different already. And I had strokes going all over, but you can put them going one way or whatever. And then I'm going to show you my idea to put these sort of little pearl accents in it because, you know, kind of gives it a very glamorous kind of look. And you might have, it might make a cool digital paper or a background for a card or a social media graphic or something like that. And so I'm going to make one more layer. And I think I will just stick with this brush number 43 for this. And what I'm going to do is this one, I think I used, it's a layer style. So I'm going to go over to my styles and I am using one of the layer styles from my, I think it's Caviar One color from my Creative Couture, like the sequin and jewel and all fashion inspired styles. And if you're like me, you can keep your styles in your libraries, which I do so that I can, you know, kind of grab them whenever I need them, but I don't need to keep them all loaded up into my styles. So I have them here, yeah. Creative Couture color. And so I keep all mine like this, and they're not necessarily in alphabetical order because I have my library sorted by date. But yeah, so, but I think it's the Caviar One color. And what I'm going to do is just paint on this layer. And what's cool is that that was with brush 43, but I think maybe I'll go 42. Is I'm painting even using the pattern stamp brush, using the Impressionist technique that I have been using before. And what's cool is that it's going to blend in perfectly with this because it's spitting out the same colors that are in the image. So you could just do this with one color, but as you can see, as I'm painting the various colors, it's going to match perfectly this background. And even here it's a little more yellow, and you can see that that yellow is going to come through in the like the, I call it caviar, but it's like pearls kind of style. And so it's quite cool. And is like that way that you know that it's going to match perfectly. And plus it's just not like one color. So it's really fun, and it really and it matches the design and just kind of blends in seamlessly. And even using this furry brush stroke, it makes it look even a little bit more, I wouldn't say realistic because this isn't a very realistic thing, but it blends it in with this idea of this being like fur and these kind of poking out. So you can just kind of have fun with this idea. This is the one that I actually, yeah, on this one I use the Impressionist technique and, you know, use the colors of this. And as you can see, the colors of the style come out in different colors, and it really matches it, and it's, you know, adds it a cool depth, but it's not like all one color. And then on this one I did a different thing, is I took my just my regular brush tool, and then I used brush number 43 in like a taupe, you know, I just used like a taupe color. And this is an example. You can see what it looks like in just one single color. And it still looks cool, and it still has a lot of depth because there's all the different shades of those pearls in the layer style. So, but just to give you an example, you know, you can do it that way or this way, whatever works for you. But this is just a little fun tutorial. You could turn this, you know, you've made a digital paper, you can sell it, you can turn it into the background of a social media graphic or a card or, you know, anything like that. So you can have fun with it. Just a little throwing you some different ideas of what you can do with the Instapressionist brushes, and then stay tuned because I'm going to add a lot more different things, different tutorials and ideas of how to use them.